outer voices often comes disguised as a common sense, practical advice, just being realistic, good old aunties and uncles. But what it is really doing is binding you to the known and the visible, keeping you from stepping into unseen where your desire is already alive, saying a simple no to this whole society and saying no to this whole outer voices is sannyasa. That is becoming Kailasavasi. If you want to create something great, new, you must learn to silence these outer voices. They will continue to pull you out every day. And you do not silence them by arguing or convincing others to agree with you. No. You silence them by withdrawing your mental and emotional energy from their words. Discard their words because their very identity, the original existence in which they are living, is not your goal, and that is not what you want to be, that is not how you want to be. If you want to live ever as a mediocre in the rut of EMI, listen to the outer voices. If you want to live as Paramashiva, not only fulfilled but also fulfilling others, listen to your Guru's words. Paramashiva is here to make you Paramashiva. Silence the senses. Your senses too will try to persuade you. Your senses too will try to persuade you. This is why inner discipline is so important. You must become the guardian of your own mind. When you doubt tries to speak, you gently turn your attention back to the vision you have chosen. When fear presents its case, you refuse to sit in its courtroom. When people insist that you are foolish in what they cannot see, you silently bless them and return to your own inner knowing. Convince yourself completely The power to manifest is not found in convincing the world to support your dream. It is found in convincing yourself so completely that the world has no choice but to rearrange itself accordingly. This is why you must let the noise of others or the evidence of your senses shake your conviction. Every moment you allow yourself to be swayed by the outer world, you water the seeds of doubt. But every moment you hold fast to your chosen assumption, you strengthen the roots of reality. There will be times when the silence feels lonely, when it seems easier to agree with the loudest voices or the surrender to the facts of the outer world. But remember, every great change begins in mana unmana, in the quiet place where your belief is nurtured without interference in solitude. So guard that place, protect it, keep it free from the weeds of doubt and fear. Ignore the doubters, ignore the circumstances, ignore even the reporters, your own senses if they disagree with your desire. The only voice that matters is the one within you that says it is done. Live in the end. To live in the end is to anchor yourself in the state of your wish already fulfilled, making it so real within that it becomes the place you live from rather than the place you hope to reach. Most people live their lives always moving toward their desires, imagining them as distant goals that will happen someday if circumstances align. But when you live in the end, you remove the distance. You claim the end result now in thought and feeling, a posture, emotional baseline, inner dialogue. And you let that state define your decisions, your actions, your inner dialogue every single day. The key is to make this end state your mental home, not a fleeting daydream. Visit occasionally, but a dwelling place you return to in every moment. Just as your physical home surrounds you with familiarity, comfort, and a sense of belonging, your mental home in the end result must give you that same feeling of certainty and stability. You are not wishing for it anymore. You are living it now. listen. I am defining thinking of a seeker and thinking of a manifester. Thinking toward the desire, keep it in the future. It says, I am not there yet, but one day I will be. This posture of waiting only reinforces separation between you and your desires. Thinking from this, however, assumes you are already. It says, I am this now, I have this now, it is mine now. From that position, your actions, your words, and expectations naturally align with the reality you have claimed. So, be always a manifester, never a seeker. That is why I say seeking, and these you get while seeking are dangerous for your enlightenment. Manifesting and the Shaktis you manifest while you are manifesting the ultimate is the best and great when you get. Siddhis are different, seekers get it. Shaktis are different, only manifestors get it. The fundamental thing you need to be a manifester is Shaktipada, initiation from the Guru who has manifested, who has achieved this Anubhuti, who is Parama Shiva. And he initiating you. That Shaktipada is the capital, and I am giving you all of you. The capital Shaktipada to be a manifester. You are Paramash. Don't panic over numbers or evidence. When you make the end your home, you stop reacting to the old world as if it still has authority over you. No, you stop reacting. That is why I say moksha-centric dharmartha kama, end-centric manifestation. If your bank account does not yet reflect wealth, you do not panic. You know who you are already, the person who lives in abundance. So the numbers have to eventually match the truth. If you have not yet seen evidence of the relationship you desire, you do not despair. You know you are already loved, chosen, and cherished in the reality you have chosen to inhabit. Persistence makes it natural. Persistence is tapas. Persistence is manifestation. Persistence is mother and father and guru and God of manifesting the ultimate. The challenge for most is persistence. It is easy to visit the end when you feel good, but to live there daily requires discipline. Outer conditions will tempt you to leave that place, to step back into doubt, to measure your progress by what you see. But you must refuse. You must return again and again to your end state until it's more real than anything your senses can report. Over time, this mental home becomes second nature. You stop looking for signs because you no longer need them. You are living the reality within yourself so completely that the outer must eventually conform. And when it does, it will feel natural, as though it was always yours. Living in the end daily is not pretending. It is choosing your truth and dwelling in it until the world catches up. Makes your final wish your home, and soon the outer world will deliver the exact address you have been living at in your mind. Understand the seed versus harvest, delay versus proof. Persistence is the quite unwavering decision to hold on to your chosen assumption regardless of what the world shows you. It's understanding that the outer world is slow to reflect inner change, and that during this delay, the old reality may still appear strong, solid, and unshakable. Many people abandon their vision in this waiting period, thinking nothing is happening, when in truth, everything is already in motion beneath the surface, or I should say, above the sky. The old reality is like a shadow. It lingers for a while, even after the light has shifted. Just because you cannot yet see the new conditions does not mean they are not on their way. In fact, the very moment you have assumed your desire is true, the process of creation begins. But if you look for constant proof, just like the third monkey, you pull the seed out every day, you dig the seed out every day, you pull yourself out of the state that makes fulfillment inevitable. Proof is the harvest, assumption is the seed. The seed does not need you digging it up like the third monkey. It needs you to trust it, it'll grow. Trust, it'll grow. Persistence means living in your chosen reality, even when the evidence screams otherwise. It means refusing to let the temporary appearance of the old state dictate how you feel or what you believe. It's not stubbornness for its own sake. It's loyalty to the vision you have chosen. When the outer cons you, you do not it. You simply ignore it and return to the inner world where the desire is already fulfilled. Movement is happening unseen. There will be times when nothing seems to be moving. You may feel like you are standing still while your vision remains far away. In those moments, remember that movement is happening in ways you cannot yet perceive. The world of form is rearranging itself. People and events are lining up. Unseen doors are preparing to open. Your only job is to keep the inner state alive, to remain the person who already has what they desire, even in the absence of proof. Have conscious decision, will, faith. It will make time irrelevant. Persistence is the test of faith. Not faith in luck or chance, but faith in the cosmic law. Faith in the cosmic law, the Prabancha Dharma, that inner creates outer. Prabancha Dharma is inner creates outer. Cosmic law is inner creates outer. If you know this to be true, there is no reason to give in to impatience or doubt. Time becomes irrelevant. The outcome is certain. The only variable is whether you will hold your assumption long enough for it to solidify into fact. The reality will bend for you. When you persist, you become unshakable. You no longer chase proof because you understand it must appear. You stop measuring your progress by what is visible and start measuring it by your ability to remain in the state you have chosen. And then one day, the world bends to your assumption so naturally that it feels as if it could have never been in any other way. The old reality fades like a dream, and the new one stands before you, not because you demanded proof, but because you persisted until proof had no choice but to arrive. 10 years before I declared, maybe 15 years before, universe has no choice but to follow me. If you remember that satsang, that declaration, see what Paramash manifested as this being. See what Paramashiva has manifested to demonstrate it to all of you. Universe has no other choice but to follow you. In the end, the power to transform your life lies not in reacting to what you see, but in mastering what you assume. Conscious. Reality as it stands today is nothing more than the echo of past beliefs, a delayed reflection of the states you no longer accept. The invisible comes first. For every change begins in the unseen realm of thought and feeling. by assuming as if your desire is already done, silencing the outer process, living in the end daily, and persisting without the need for proof. You position yourself as the true manifester, creator of your experience and life. The world may resist at first. The illusion of the old may seem stubborn. But if you hold your assumption, faith, and persistence, reality will bend. It always does. Your role is not to chase. Your role is not to chase. Be chaste to your Paramashivatva. Stop all chasing. Your role is not to chase, beg, or plead. It is choose, believe, remain. Stop, choose, beg, plead. Stop, chase, beg, plead. Start, choose, chase, believe, remain, persistence. The inner must be honored before the outer can reflect it. If the aham is aligned, puram follows. If agam is aligned, iham follows. If agam is aligned, iham and param all follows. And the moment you live from your chosen state, rest becomes inevitable. Stay loyal to your vision. Ignore what contradicts it. And trust that what you have claimed within is already yours. The world will catch up. Today, I want you to breathe as Paramashiva. Paramashiva prana iha prana. Paramashiva jiva iha stitaha. Paramashiva sarvendriyani. Paramashiva vangmana chakshuttvak shrotragrana prana iha gatya. Suham siram dishtandu swaha. Remember something profound. What there is already come. Not being prepared, not slowly forming, but finished, fully formed in the unseen, waiting for you to meet it. Every desire that arises within you is not a request, it's a revelation. It reveals what already exists for you in a higher dimension. You are not trying to create things, you are only awakening what has already been created for you. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the version of you who already has what you want: the relationship, the abundance, the health, the success, the peace. That version. Feel that version. Become that version consciously. Because the moment you do, your world must obey. Imagination is not fantasy, it is Icchya Shakti. It's a conscious work where all the things take shape. What you assume is true with the feeling becomes the law of your life. The outer world has no choice but to reflect your inner conviction. So if you have been waiting, worrying, doubting, or wondering, when will it happen? Stop. The question is not when. The question is who. Who you are being right now. Are you the version of yourself who hopes, or the version who knows? Because the one who knows receives. There is a point in your journey where you stop praying from lack and start declaring from the fulfillment. Where you stop asking and start accepting. Where you stop begging and begin embodying. This is when everything shifts, when the bridge of events begins to unfold. Hear me clearly. Your manifestation has already entered your reality. The moment I gave you Shakti Pada, it has entered your reality. The moment you assumed it in consciousness, the moment you claimed it as done, the moment you felt it real, the entire universe began rearranging itself to deliver that reflection into your physical world. Hear me clearly. Your manifestation has already entered your reality. The moment you assumed it in your consciousness, the moment you claimed it is done, the moment I initiated you, the moment you felt it real, the entire universe began rearranging itself to deliver that reflection into your physical world. You may not see it yet, you may not feel the full weight of it, but the roots are already broken through the soil of the unseen. The evidence is moving towards you. The people, the opportunities, the alignments, the timing, it's all being orchestrated with precision. Your only job now is to assume the state of the one who already has it. Walk like it is done. Think like it is done. Feel like it is done. Give thanks like it is done. And watch how quickly your reality bends to match your inner knowing. Do not chase, do not force, do not doubt. You do not manifest by effort, you manifest by identity. When you become the version of you who has the thing has no choice but to appear. So today, let this truth settle deep within you. It is done, already done, completed, finished. All you are doing now is aligning, receiving, stepping into the version of reality that has been waiting for you all along. Your manifestation is not coming, it is arriving, it is unfolding, it is entering your world right now. Live from the end, and the end will show up because in the realm of consciousness, you already have it. Icchya Shakti is creation. Creation begins in imagination because your inner world is the true birthplace of every experience you ever live, you will ever live. Long before something becomes visible, long before it enters in the physical dimension, it first exists as an idea, a picture, a feeling, an inner assumption. Your imagination is not a passive daydreaming tool. It's most powerful creative force you possess. It's a workshop where the unseen becomes inevitable. When you imagine something with conviction, you are not hoping for it, you are forming it. You are shaping the structure of your reality on an invisible level. Everything you have ever experienced began as an image within someone's mind. Every home, every invention, Every relationship, every achievement, every breakthrough, all of it existed in imagination before existed in matter. What makes imagination, Icchya, Shakti so powerful is that it bypasses limitations. It does not ask, how will this happen? It does not require physical proof. It does not need permission, resources, or validation. Imagination, simply it creates. It generates the end result instantly with no resistance, no delay, no obstacle. This is quantum entanglement. This is quantum enlightenment. The moment you hold that inner picture with feeling, inner dialogue, emotional baseline, energetic posture, you give it life. You breathe energy into it. You breathe prana into it. You begin a chain reaction that the physical world must eventually follow. Your outer world is not independent of you. It's a mirror. It reflects the assumptions you persistently hold within. When you imagine with conviction, you are not merely fantasizing. You are instructing the universe. You are sending out a blueprint of reality you expect to experience. The universe responds not to your wishes, but to your inner certainty. It never mirrors what you want. It mirrors what you know to be true in imagination. When the inner world becomes more real to you, then the outer world, the outer must change. It has no choice because it is the effect, not the cause. This is why Icchya Shakti must be felt. A picture without emotion is just a thought, but a picture infused with a belief, gratitude, and felt completion becomes a creative command. Icchya Shakti. Icchya Shakti is magnet. Feeling is the energy that turns an inner image into a physical manifestation. When you imagine the end result and feel the satisfaction of having it now, you step into the identity of the one who already possesses it. once your identity shifts, your reality must shift to match it. The ultimate truth that Icchya Shakti frees you from the constraints of time. In imagination, everything is now. There's no waiting, no distance, no separation between you and your desire. You can experience the end in perfect detail, the sounds, the emotions, the surroundings, the reactions, and the moment you do, you claim it as yours. Your mind does not distinguish between what is physically seen and what is vividly imagined. It accepts both as reality. And once your mind accepts the imagined end as true, life begins to orchestrate the path, the people, the circumstances, the timing that brings it into physical expression. So when you imagine with conviction, you are not pretending, you are creating. You are stepping into the role of the architect of your own life, shaping the unseen foundation upon which your future will be built. Imagination is the beginning of creation. It is the creation. The physical world is only the final confirmation of what you have already made within. So, sit as Paramashiva. Live as Paramashiva. Be Paramashiva. Behave as Paramashiva. Being as Paramashiva. Living as Paramashiva. Radiating as Paramashiva. Manifesting everything as you want right now.